Good evening, every pony, and welcome to Commentary's Magic Stream on today, Sunday, January 17th, 2021. We are, as always, Commentary's Magic, and I am, as always, Grandpaws.
Wait, when did it turn to 2021?
Like,
Never.
3 weeks ago.
Ew.
I was gonna wait until we said names, Grandpaws.
Big cheese.
Arcat and...
Nope, that's it. That's everyone who's here.
Okay.
All right.
Ivory Starlight.
There we go. Okay, first stream 2021. There we go.
3 weeks, huh?
First.
First post.
Does that even... This is a terrible, like, year page snipe thing. What even are we doing today?
Stuff. I mean, part of the reason why we haven't had a stream so far this year is we were busy with, pony cards. Like, actually being played.
What? Who does that?
People online, apparently. No one in person. Rip.
Since when?
Since March.
Like, last week, was it?
Oh, when did we play pony cards? Yes, last week.
Yeah. Was it actually only last... Wow.
Yeah, it was only last week.
It actually really was. And then, 2 weeks before that, I did a little bit of streaming for New Year's Eve, and then it was the Yule log before that, and then we did something back in January. I don't even remember.
Back.
Or December. See, I can get the year right, but I can't get the months right. I called it July earlier.
Right. Okay, but yeah, last weekend we had a online con that happened to coincide with a little convention from up north.
It sure did.
That, sadly, I would have liked to go to, but you know how things are.
I know.
2020, yes, that number right there is the number.
I mean, technically, if you read that number out loud verbally, you could read it as 2021, so...
Accurate, yes.
2020.
One. Which is still basically the same year, right?
Yeah, sure, that works. Anyway, online con happened, and there was a tournament. There were actually two.
Well, but the Harmony tournament's the one that we're going to be looking at, right?
Well, sure, because draft is, it's fun. In fact, we'll have more to talk about draft later. But for now...
The Harmony tournament.
Let's talk about Harmony. Ugh. Those words still leave an odd taste in my mouth after all these years.
Okay, so I think we had 8 players here.
Yep.
No entries to the Salt Cup then, because can't do that unless we have 9 players. Or do we need to make the 5th place get Salt Block if we have this?
No.
You can only have a Salt Block if you have a top cut.
Yeah,
all right.
Has to be a top cut involved.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, so Harmony in New Dawn is an interesting beast. So, you know what? Should we just dive right in here and take a look at these things?
Let's do it.
Alright, let's see. So we'll go top 4, first. Yes, that was a set of words. So we've got... Yes.
First, same as the first?
Yes,
yeah.
Same as 2021.
Yes.
Alright, so we've got some purple going on here.
We do,
a lot of purple.
Man, look how much that draw deck has changed.
You mean it hasn't?
There's
No, there's a different Grogar. There's
2
a
Discords.
couple new events.
There's a different Grogar, and there's 2 Discords.
Not events, problems. There's a couple new problems. There's a couple friends.
I said draw deck.
Hey, look, it's my favorite sea pony.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to get her time in the spotlight here in a moment.
We'll talk about her.
Yeah, more on her later, but I think we all know what this deck does at this point. We've seen variants of this for a while now.
Yep.
It does purple things.
It does purple and pink things. What started a few years ago as kind of a firework-focused mill deck had to adjust with the banning of DJ and Nightmare Moon, and went back to kind of the V-Bot style of toolbox control.
Yeah, because we got our rack of gyros in here. Of course we do.
Yep. Powerful events, still running a copy of Fireworks, resource removal, discard pile banishment, targeted discard pile banishment, troublemaker banishment, resource banishment, friend dismissal, event canceling, event taxing, problem replacement,
Stuff.
movement.
And then a good rack of our old friends, Yellow Parasprite and Changeling Mimics, and the old goat himself.
Who's friends with Yellow Parasprite?
Hi.
You're a
Oh,
monster.
only when it's
Go over into the corner and hang out with Yellow Parasprite.
I mean,
The far corner.
well, that's still like within the blast radius. That's the problem. Like it's only fine as long as he's on, my side of the field. He's not okay if it's on their side of the field. I mean, really, that's how Yellow Parasprite works. Come on.
Yeah, it's hard to sit here and think of any troublemakers that could be played that would be more irritating.
Well, that are legal to be played, yes, I suppose.
Even Tantabus wasn't that irritating to play.
Tantabus, Nightmare Moon.
Ah, well, okay, sure.
Nightmare Moon.
What is actually kind of telling here, and I'm sure we'll get into this a little bit later, is this is a deck that does not run any AT generating friends asterisk.
Okay. Asterisk.
It doesn't.
Selena.
Rainbow Shine. Your main. Same day delivery. Like, it is for a deck that does not have any friends that say exhaust this card to gain 1 AT. This deck has a surprising amount of friends that can exhaust to gain 1 AT.
Effectively, yes. Anyway, I think no small quantity of ink and words have been spilled over this, but
yeah. I guess it's worth pointing out that the one problem that we do see here that ended up changing was buzzer keep away, and that's unsurprising because it's a really good statted problem for control.
Yeah, kind of is.
7 for you, 9 for the opponent, only 1 bonus, and a way to score points. That's
Score points without confronting.
correct.
It's almost as good as blackmail.
It's close. Wouldn't be surprised to see that replace, well, it already did replace at least one copy of On the Case, probably, so. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what else you'd run in here. Maybe the entrance exam?
Well, your main is already exhausting through putting stuff on top of your deck, so.
I suppose.
If you were running Tempest, I would say Entrance Exam would probably be good to run.
Maybe figuring out friendship?
That's
Maybe.
the pink one, right?
Yeah.
That one would be fine, I think.
She's, as our resident pink-purple destroyer of worlds, would you sum up what you're looking at here?
I mean, toolbox control, like annoying to play against.
Why don't you just like cut to the chase and just be like, it's pink purple. That's what it does. That's it.
I mean, yeah. With the tiny, tiny bit of white.
Yeah.
All right. Next list.
Next.
Plural?
Plural, yes. And I think that little quip should tell you basically what you need to know about the pilot of the next two pilots. Actually, I think just the Lyra is a pretty big hint here. Because this...
Lyra. I was like, what?
Yeah. Just real quick here. This, in case you hadn't seen the results, this pink-purple list, this is Bugle. Of course it is.
Of course it is.
We did forget to say that, didn't we?
Yes. This one is piloted by, and I have to actually go look at the results here. This is Yes, for which one of the Stuick brothers? This is Joshington.
Okay, so this is Josh's, and then Jacob got third.
Yes.
I see Dr. Hooves and I see a pink card next to it, and I'm like, wait, isn't Penny banned? Oh,
It's not Penny.
it's
No, that's
not
something
Penny.
far worse.
It's not far worse.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
This is almost certainly faster than Pile.
Almost certainly.
Well, old traditional Pile.
Well, but what are we looking at here anyway? So the overall makeup of this suggests that this is something non-traditional, and the fact that we've got Living to Laugh in here suggests that this is almost certainly a combo deck.
Which it is.
Right. So the order of the day here is probably get all of those events into your discard pile, Legacy Leech, proceed to Cackle.
Kinda, yeah.
Cuck.
I mean, one of the advantages of playing Legacy Leech in Harmony is, look at what took first, right? It's a toolbox control deck, which means that it's running a bunch of different events. In fact, many decks who are trying to do anything controlling are going to have a large suite of events. And many decks which are doing anything farming are going to have a large suite of events. And many decks which are doing anything comboing are going to have a large suite of events. So if you are also running a large number of events, so that you can gain AT off of Legacy Leech, your opponent's just going to help you refill your hand.
Which is exactly what you want here.
Yep.
Because you want to get through your deck as fast as possible here. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
That is in fact the order of the day, and there's a bunch of fun tools here. The hooves thing is kind of cute, I have to admit.
Oh, the hooves thing here is especially tech, and it's easy to miss exactly what's going on here, because Dr. Hooves' time loop obviously does not actually generate card advantage. He's historically been used for chaos control. But what he does do is provide you 3 orange requirement and 3 purple requirement if you will unfrighten him after finding him with a Dr. Hooves unblinking. And hey,
Sounds pretty good.
would you look at all those color requirements of cards that you're actually going to be playing?
Huh, how about that?
2 AT for 3 power in 2 different colors?
That are both off colors even. Yeah, that's kind of spicy. And it's not like, the main really helps you, get rid of the doctor. Oh, wait.
Well, that's exactly what she does.
Except that's exactly what she does.
Right. So what is interesting here to look at is the deck really does not have that many ways of getting to Unity 15. It's basically Featherbanks. So this is very much a one-turn kill style of combo deck, as opposed to the core version, which has a tendency to kind of build up its board over several turns before you close out with an AJ and Pinkie Pie.
Right. This is glass cannony, I think is the word here.
Oh, yeah.
So there's more than a few ways to slow this down or stop this, just because it's going to be so glass cannony. If you can hit Pinkie at the right time, well, it's kind of it.
True.
Does this even have protection for itself? I don't think it does.
It does, and that's the thing that makes this so dangerous.
Well,
is the protection...
It's got golden parachute, right?
Correct. The protection costs you nothing. So you're discarding golden parachute as part of either flipping Lyra or playing Featherbangs. And your discard pile is going to be chock full of stuff, so you've definitely got the cards to banish with it. Additionally, that Dr. Hooves, again, is getting you the orange rec to play Dream Seized, and just about every disruptive tool that your opponent would have at immediate speed is going to meet the 3 or more power requirements, so there you go. And just in case you really find yourself in trouble or your opponent's hand is full of dangerous stuff, you've got some taken on trusts here. So as you fill up your discard pile, maybe you don't banish every event that's there with Legacy Leech, and maybe you leave 2 copies of an event that you definitely want to grab. It's an option. But that Legacy Leech, boy, that's dangerous.
Well, it generates a bunch of value.
Mhm.
Like, a lot of value. Yeah, it costs 3, but if you land that at the right time, you're making way more than 3 back, and you're drawing a bunch of cards.
Oh yeah. The Grogars
Yeah,
are
the
in here.
burst for AT is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grogars are in here obviously not only to get rid of opposing mimics, but be able to find your Tempest Shadows, which is a really efficient way to draw another 8 cards. It's pretty good.
We've also got the Spitfire thing going on there. You just go ahead and just turn that into a free draw. Why not?
Yeah, we're discarding.
Not too.
What is kind of interesting here is that this deck is not running Pinky Sense, which had been a way in core of putting a card on top of your deck after you've drawn everything. Part of that is because you've got same-day delivery, which is a great tool to do so. Put it on top, gain the AT, draw, there you go. The other reason is, hey, that Dr. Hooves that's serving as color entry that also isn't really providing card advantage, he's not. When your deck's empty, he actually provides reverse card advantage, which is exactly what you want.
In order to get
Reverse
that
card advantage.
Card
Yes.
disadvantage.
to get the card on top of your deck so you can draw it and win with Living to Laugh.
So, it's a beast. What do you do against it?
Cry.
Run the previous deck.
I mean, that's a good answer.
Sure. Run the hard counter to the combo deck, or I mean, outrun it, get rid of its tools.
The deck has been outraced. Animoy says banish events from discard pile before the leech. That's a very good one. One of the best cards that can disrupt this deck is Sonambula's Blindfold. Because it will not only stop them from being able to remove any cards from their discard pile, they also can't search with Dr. Hooves Unblinking.
Or with Grogar, for that matter.
Or with Grogar, for that matter.
Oh, that only does say... Oh, it would be really funny if Sonambula's Blindfold was worded in a way that you could use it to shield yourself from the Dream Seized. Oh, that would be amusing.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh well.
So those are options. It's also worth noting that, hey, you might not be able to dismiss the Living to Laugh unless you have that blindfold down, of course, which then means that cards can't leave the discard pile, so Golden Parachute's replacement can't be paid.
Oops.
Oops. But Frighten still works, so hey, Rutherford, I heard he was a good card once upon a time.
What do you mean, once upon a time?
Oh, and I'm sorry, he's still kind of a beast.
Yeah, a little bit.
Stop Fighting also works. In fact, I don't believe there's any card that frightens that can't frighten Living to Laugh.
Oh, yeah. Because she is, in fact, 2 or less power.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of stuff. Also, I mean, coming through is just funny. So.
Okay.
Next list.
Next list.
So I'm going to click the button, but nothing's actually going to change.
Because it's the same list.
Because it's the same list.
No, the
Just-
screen went fuzzy for a second.
Yeah, I saw it too.
It's just
So we're
highlighted
talking
by
about this one again?
Jacob.
Repeat the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, Animoy does bring up a point. Fireworks for the Earth Ponies, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Earth Pony tokens, does Postal Mare have a location restriction?
She does.
That's unfortunate.
It's
Okay.
intentional.
So you could also, if...
You don't want that not having location
Aw.
restriction.
I mean, I kind of do. But I know why I can't.
Treehouse of Harmony.
Hmm.
0 power Earth Pony tokens.
That would be fun. Oh, that would actually get rid of them, wouldn't it?
Well, it would get rid of them eventually, but it would also keep them at 0 power, so...
Yeah, it's kind of a weird counter, but okay, sure. That's what the sideboard's for.
Yep.
Let's see, I don't... Yeah, basically the same thing. This list lost to itself and Bugle, I think?
Yep.
Yeah. So, it's pretty far up there. Shall we take a look at the 4th place list?
Please.
Yep.
Let's see.
It's very, very blue. And also there's just a tiny bit of white there.
And some
There's
yellow.
also yellow, which is hilarious, by the way.
There is
I
no
got
white.
you, yellow.
There is no white in this deck.
Correct.
Hold on. Pretty sure. Now, I'll leave that for now.
Meticulous Talks already did this joke on their stream, so...
Well, guess what? This is piloted by Smithers.
Gasp!
Gasp. I know, right? So we got some Bluna. Very Bluna. And you'll notice there's actually no way to produce yellow wreck in here. Why are there yellow dilemmas?
Because you have the Rainbow Dash
Fierce Loyalty.
dilemma, Fierce Loyalty, and you can just throw it into play.
Kind of spicy.
It's worth noting those are also likely sideboard cards, counting the Con Pony Sanctuary Construction if you're up against Farm or Control. Sure. If you're not up against Farm or Control, kick them out.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want that extra bonus point, and you happen to have the ability to confront that.
Yeah, but you got Buck Balls, so, I mean...
What if you used all the
Buck
Buck Balls and you still haven't won for some reason?
Gotta keep your options open.
Well, how are you not winning? You've got Nightcladders and you're Bluna. You're Bluna.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
There's a lot of rainbow.
You
in
can
here.
lose the face-off and still get the point from Buck Ball.
There's also a lot of Night Glider in here.
A whole 6 of them.
3 Night Gliders.
There are 6 Night Gliders, actually.
Where are the other 3?
Right next to it.
Right next to it.
Well, no, I mean cards that have Night Glider on them.
Yes,
right next to it.
them.
We'll wait.
There's Night Glider Overpowering, Night Glider She's on It,
Yeah.
And then
Trashed.
trashed.
So
There
there's
are
3.
8.
Oh, 3 uniquely named ones. Okay, sure.
I'm going to sit here and spot a Night Glider in the background of one of the other ones. Hold on.
No, I'm
No,
looking,
he's
I
just
don't
gonna
see
go.
any.
He's just gonna go into InDesign and put a Night Glider on the art.
Now, this is pulling from Ponyhead. That's too much effort.
Exactly.
This is definitely a fast deck
Oh, yeah.
that has some, I think, experimental choices just to see how they would work.
Yeah, the Grogar's Lair in here, that is kind of expensive for an aggro deck, but man, that's going to be frustrating if you're up against this thing.
I mean, if you look at Orange Aggro, it's hard to justify running Desert Road some of the time because that's 3 AT, and 3 AT is really rough. But Bluna is so efficient, and Grogar's Lair just hoses every token strategy. Speaking of cards that hose Featherbangs, this one. This one right here.
It says Frighten on it.
It says Frighten, unless they pay 1. And
They're not going to want to pay 1.
I don't think your opponent's going to have 12 additional AT to spend.
Well, not after you have those stuck togethers, too. That's
Yeah.
also going to be kind of rough.
Yeah, is real bad.
Surreal.
One thing that is nice about Mono Bluna is you don't have to deal with the risky opening of Trading Traditions and then, go turn 2 and hope your opponent isn't able to disrupt it before that. You just get to start with Tarnished Reputation, and that means that any 2-cost, 2-power friend that you draw, or the Allos, are going to let you flip Bluna and confront on turn 1.
Not bad.
It's real good.
Yeah, it will be a little unfortunate if you have to drop a Loyal Pony to do that, but it's how it goes sometimes.
It happens.
I mean, if you didn't have that problem, you'd be doing that anyway, so,
Right. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It just basically saves you a turn. So that is a big advantage of Mono Blue.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we address the big unique thing that this deck has going for it?
Why isn't it running Seabreeze's Flower?
Well,
He
Unique?
intentionally chose that.
Fierce loyalty.
so
Like that's kind of unique, but
well, it's more the fact that this is a Harmony deck, and it is not running a single card from the Premier block.
yeah.
Well, does it need to?
Well, like you said,
Is it not
Seabreeze's
even running
Flower
the
is a choice.
problems?
No.
I
And,
think that's wrong. but-
well, think back to the Premier block and
What-
how many of those problems you can confront with a single color.
No, I actually know why he's doing this.
Why is he doing this?
So, some people have been discussing an alternate format, and it's basically EO forward that they've been calling Adventure. Ponyhead knows about this. This is an Adventure legal deck. So it is a slight handicap, I guess, where you're not running Seabreeze's Flower because that would make it not Adventure legal.
But at least he gets good data in case Adventure gets supported at some point.
Possibly.
That's fair.
Yeah, because he is running 4 resource removal at the cost of some of those being Winter Zillas, which, but if you don't have access to Trashed, it's arguably one of the better ones.
Fair. 3, 6, 9 Hasty Friends. The Scootaloo is great for 4 power to help you confront high bonus problem deck. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a Luna list.
Yep.
Yeah, and I guess the only thing I'd maybe look at is seeing if you couldn't mess with the problem deck composition a bit here. That I can't really doubt this. So
I mean,
yeah, all that's still good and valid.
yeah, it's hard to think of what you'd really want to run outside of these cards. Like, I guess the only thing I could think of would be Lacking Lesson Plans.
Possibly. I'm kind of wondering because I don't think you'd really want to do this, but it's possible that you could go back into Premier Block and grab a couple of the. Oh, those do need. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Now, Bluna's problem deck is basically, well, Mono Bluna's problem deck is basically always going to be EO forward. And for that matter, any mono problem deck that is trying to play, or any monocolor deck that is trying to play aggro is going to be EO forward.
I mean, you can go grab the Show Must Go On,
Basically.
but that's like the only thing I could think of, and why?
That or Fire When Ready, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Animoy asks, is Loyal Sea Pony better than Scootaloo? So Loyal Sea Pony can currently return 12 different cards, and also has Swift, and does not go home during the face-off. So provided you have any of the other Rainbow Dashes in play, yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, there's no Pegasus synergy here. That's about the only thing I can think of, but no, I don't know about that.
I think the reason for that might just be that he wanted to ensure that there was always going to be that 2-power friend. But man, it's hard to argue with the value of being able to bring back Loyal Pony, Swinging Wonders, Professor, or Fierce Loyalty. If I'm gonna want to replay any cards in this deck,
It's gonna be those 3.
Well, and Rutherford, but whatever.
Well, yes, but unfortunately, Rutherford is a yak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's Rutherford.
Loyal Sea Pony might be a good option for Smithers to take a look at here. So good suggestion, Animoy.
Yeah. Oh, good call.
Ivory, any other thoughts?
Fast stuff. Decks go fast.
Decks do go fast. You played something that was kind of like this with the Grogar main. Or not Grogar main, Tyrek main. It was irritating.
That one focused a lot more on Frighten, though.
It was also irritating.
You want to know what's also irritating?
What was that?
Selena Blue.
Is it that time?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like it's that
Let's
time.
lay this horse.
Did we get through all the
Fishing.
decks?
We did. That is the top four.
Amazing. Oh, we're only doing top 4. Okay.
Hold on. Gotta make this so you can read it. Well, okay, good. It did fix that too. Lovely. So, shooby-doo. Shooby-doo.
Shoo-shoo-be-doo.
Don't call upon this particular sea pony, because then you'll be an even...
Yeah, something like that. Look, it was just too good. I had to, okay? Sorry. I apologize for nothing.
Okay, how many different things on this card can we look at and be upset at?
It's pink and purple. It's cheap. It has eccentric. It draws cards at immediate speed and lets you stack your deck.
It allows you to play face-off chicken. It synergizes with chaos or other cards that put things on top.
I'm sorry, what was that? Exhaust this card to generate a token with same-day delivery?
Yeah, and
Don't mind if I do.
And also gain card advantage. Not only is it pink and purple, but the Recs are low enough you can play it off of Trading Traditions alone. You can play this on turn 1, which, like, it's just dumb.
What was the sequence of events here? You can play this on turn. You can get like 2 of these out through some crazy scheme, can't you?
Correct. 2 of these on turn 1 is very easy if you have the proper cards. You go turn 1 with Twilight, Ambassador of Friendship, and Trading Traditions. Pinky Sense, put a card on top of your deck. Let's call it a same-day delivery. Okay.
Sure.
I think you can actually get all 3.
Yeah.
You then flip Twilight because you've put a card on top of your deck, and you reveal same-day delivery, so you gain an AT. You're now at 3 AT. Play Selena Blue, you're down to 1. Exhaust Selena, draw 3, put 2 on top. Exhaust your Twilight, because you just put a card on top while she's on her boosted side. That gains you 1 up to 2. Reveal same-day delivery. That gains you another 1 up to 3. Shuffle your deck. Play second Selena, down to 1. Do the same thing. Same-day delivery. Goes to 2. Play third Selena. Yeah, you can get all 3 of these on turn 1.
Disgusting. So basically, she's just like value, all the value.
I mean, it's the control equivalent of Day Shift. There is so much value in this card, except instead of just being a source of AT value like Day Shift was, this enables everything. Literally
All
everything.
the things.
All the things. There is nothing that any control deck would ever possibly want to do that Selena would not allow you to do and be better off as a result.
Or at least help you that direction, and it's just like, yes. So very much yes.
It's just a ludicrous card. I think something that we learned about some of the older designs of cards, and this isn't old by any means, but it is older in that it's an official Interplay one, is that even though this game allows you to draw cards as much as you want during your turn as long as you can pay for it, that doesn't mean that card draw is not a valuable mechanic that should be more restricted. Because card advantage is still one of the most powerful things you can get in this game. Much less card filtering and everything that comes with it. And unfortunately, because of that, because of all the value and everything Selena does, it's tough to see Harmony ever looking different at the top end as far as control is concerned.
You're going to be running 3 of these.
Basically.
Yeah. There's no control deck in
I
Harmony
don't think
that
I've seen a
doesn't
deck
want.
run only 2. Maybe.
Why
That
would
pretty
you, though?
uncommon.
Yeah, there's no reason why you don't run 3 of these. There's no reason you don't just keep a hand that has these in it. Or completely disregard everything else in the hand. If this is there and you have trading traditions, you keep the hand.
And unfortunately, that means that we'd end up getting into another situation like we did with Vinyl back in the day, where, okay, this card is just the only thing you can do with control. I mean, look at even back in Core, when this thing was legal, Chaos Control was basically carried on the back of this, even though Dr. Hooves still existed. That deck shifted over and started playing pink because this thing was so good. It also means that future Chaos effects, when they're designed, have to be more restrained and controlled, and you can't enable as much like top deck synergy. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff that this card doesn't let us do. So she's gone. In Harmony.
Yeah.
Bye.
Where things tend to be a lot more off the rails, it's better to not see this floating around unless it's floating around upside down.
Can I make the sleeping with the fishes joke now?
Yes.
I mean, I kind of did indirectly, but yes, go for it.
I just did.
Cool.
It has been done.
We did the thing.
There's another kind of unique aspect to Harmony here, which is that farm is much faster and more prevalent. Not that it doesn't exist or doesn't work in Core, but there's less of it. And unfortunately, Control already has so many good tools of being able to deal with farm that Selena just pushes that way over the top. So that's another reason why the Harmony ban is the exclusive one we're at right now. Now, it doesn't mean we're not still looking at her. Real hard. Those cold, dead eyes.
She's fine for now. For now.
For now. As I think we said in a Discord chat a couple days ago, prove us wrong.
Yeah, like if there's a problem with Selena, that problem is going to be revealed in structured play by her continuing to take top positions in Core, which is a sign that, well, maybe it turns out that she's causing some problems in Core as well. And if it's observed that she tends to stay up at the top, and she's a real common feature of stuff up at the top, then she might have to
Go away there too.
be taken another look at. And that's also generally going to be true of just about any card. If it's at the top and makes things stale and people are just getting sick and bored of it because it's the only thing at the top, then
Yeah, it's worth noting that Selena, this is by no means a rapid decision ban as a result of the tournament deck here at all.
Yeah.
How long have we been looking at this card?
At least
Like
a year.
a year or so.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
when did
more,
Sequestria
actually.
release? Like 2018?
I think it was 2017.
So, yeah, let's go about 2 years.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it was cute for a while, and then Friends Forever came out, and she was still there. And then Leaders and Legends came out, and she was still there. And then New Dawn came out, and she was
Still there.
I'm getting real bored of this fish.
Yeah. So, hopefully this will encourage players to explore different avenues of control, or at least different value engines within their lists that maybe are a little harder to get into and a little less powerful.
Anyway,
Cheese, what's the next card we're banning from one of your decks?
Off.
You heard it here first. Foff OP, go away. Gonna go with no on that one.
I mean, I've got some actual thoughts on this, but I think
Ban
I'm going.
Sunset Festival just so he can't run a
Yeah,
46 card deck.
There you go.
Hey, no.
Yes.
Tempest and Grubber and Sunset is funny. Change my mind. You won't.
It is funny.
Yes, it is.
See, there's a real easy way to make Cheese play something else, but Ara won't do it.
What's that?
Nyx main.
Oh, sure.
No, Flufflepuff main.
No. It's a no. Several different flavors of no.
Okay.
Anyway.
However, there are good things about Harmony. Let's see what good things are in Harmony. Let's make a deck.
Let's do it.
So we had I think we promised more decks than we actually showed in the New Dawn deck building thing. So we need to pay that one off, huh?
All right.
Let's build a deck.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. You got a pile of cards for us?
Get rid of that. Let's see, maybe.
Somewhere.
I got a pile of cards. How many cards do we even have in the game right now? That's a lot of cards.
700,000.
Look how tiny the scroll bar is. Look how tiny it is.
It's a small scroll bar. It should be smaller by like 150 cards or so. Spoilers.
I mean, I can change the thing to Nightmare.
Oh, okay. Well, sure.
It doesn't make it that much bigger.
Ugh. Change it back.
All right, so
Let's build mono purple smart.
Yeah, I'm thinking farm here. Where is she? Come here. Yeah.
That's
here.
not mono. I mean, that's almost mono purple smart.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add one of these right now because I'm feeling an antisocial farm list.
Okay, and are we just ignoring the fact that Faithful Student doesn't actually work within the rules right
Yes.
now?
Yes, we are. Okay, so first we need one of those.
No one reads the rules anyway.
True.
Let's see, next we need how many troublemakers? 21?
I mean, you could put 21 in, or you could put something more reasonable, like, I don't know,
12 is good to start.
Somewhere between 12 and 15.
Twilight troublemakers are not point acceleration.
Yes, they are, and I'm going to use 21 of them.
Twilight, no.
Twilight, yes.
You are going to absolutely cut important things out if you go up to 21.
Twilight, always, yes! Okay, so let's go through here. Legion of Doom, this thing is just asking to be farmed. It's an epic, it's not a villain, it's worth 3 points. Yes, hi, I like this.
If you're running antisocial, you may as well run Trixie.
Yeah, Trixie's a good one.
I'm gonna get me some Father of Monsters here too. Like, even if it's only main phase, it's still pretty good.
That's fair.
Let's see, don't want this one. That's bad, that makes you go away.
I could get on board with like one choice of the 5 power troublemakers from Premier, maybe Husbando.
You want to go Sombra instead of Aoizotl? I suppose. I mean, Aoizotl does kick them away.
But Sombra
Sombra gets rid of them.
2 or less. Hey, that would work against the, yeah, alright.
Well, except
Put
that
a
it's
couple of those
location.
in there.
It's location restricted, but whatever,
Yeah,
it's fine.
is. How about some Nightmare Star?
Yeah, that's a good sideboard option. I mean,
No more than 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll put 2. You want 3? You want 3 sombreros?
Nightmare Star is so good.
Do we want 3 Sombras?
I don't know.
I'm kind of on the fence about this one because it's almost a sideboard card in and of itself because you don't really want to bring this out in all circumstances.
I disagree because it's an easy card to farm, and that's our win con.
Right. It's going to require fewer things to actually get up there. I think I'm okay with him at 2 right now, only because I also want to look at Chrono Trigger as another sideboard option.
All right. Well, let's put him up to 3 then, because easy farm, sure. Chrono Trigger, huh?
Just a pair of her.
Yeah, because that's annoying against control decks, and it's definitely annoying against combo decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trixie's fine.
Should we be cheeky and look at that exposed inequality over there?
Scooting Twilight up so you can beat other stuff up.
I mean,
Well, what's
2
our...
AT, drop a troublemaker. Next turn, go up and start farming.
That's
Yeah.
pretty standard. The question is, what other ways do we have to move things up?
Paying 2 during our main phase.
Ew.
That's not a way of moving.
All right, so let's throw a rack of those in there. Sure. All right, we're
Okay.
up to 19 currently.
It's good enough. 19, 21, whatever. It's basically the same number.
It's close enough, I suppose. All right. Let's go look at some problems then.
Well,
So I don't really. So, well, actually, no, because we're doing antisocial here.
put the 2 social obligations in there.
Yeah, so we don't care so much about color requirements. All right, where's the social? There they are. Well, how about some of the new purple stuff here? Cool Marrows? Probably not.
Don't look at explosions.
Buzzer Keep Away is pretty decent, though. I kind of like that one.
All right, and that's a 9. That's pretty annoying. All right, you want a couple of those?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Easy as cake. This is annoying. Maybe.
That's the one from Sequestria. Yeah, at least one of those, maybe
Yeah.
2, but
Yeah.
definitely at least one.
Do we want Easy as Cake or Halfway Across Equestria or both?
I want to
I
know what other
think-
cards are in the deck first.
Okay, so Cheese, you want to build out more of the draw deck?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get our extra flip events in here then, because that's like the most important thing.
Yeah, we're running.
Yeah, just the Twilight ones.
That's what, I don't know, Premiere nonsense. I don't remember the names of any of those.
So that is Straighten Up and Fly Right, Team Effort.
Whoops, that's the fixer, not the.
No,
plus
yeah,
one.
definitely run Magic of Adventure.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be like relevant and useful. Sure. Spike take a letter. We need some of those. Where's that?
We do.
It's up here somewhere. Where is it? It's a Premier card. There we go.
You have a search bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I aggressively search.
Friends Forever. Got to go put some Friends Forever in there. It's from Crystal Games.
Ew.
But it's better than the Premier flip events because it flips for 1 more.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being serious.
Okay, all right.
That's the reason. That's the
flips
reason.
are good.
That's the reason to play Twyfarm is she has 1 extra flip event.
Oh, yeah, all right. Completely forgot about that one. Cool.
Okay, so we've got
we need
9.
some resource removal too.
Sure. Want to like rest in pieces or?
I mean, Hyper Beam seems like an obvious one because we have OG Twilight, which means we have a unicorn.
That's true. That's a good option.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Can we put in 1 Rip Tree anyway?
For that.
I mean, it's another. Animoy suggests scope things out.
That has 4 rec, does it not?
Oh, by the way, speaking of 4 rec, we're in a farm deck. Get the thing.
The stick.
Get the stick.
I thought we,
Don't-
I mean, we were going to get to resources eventually.
Give her the stick.
Don't give her the stick.
I mean, if we're going to be looking at resources, study session?
Yeah,
Ooh,
probably.
that's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How are we gonna? Well, so she flips on winning a face-off.
Correct.
So
Do we
I
want
mean, you
3
just
steady
have to have
sessions or
stick.
2?
Like
I would say 2.
Yeah, 2's fine.
Yeah, because it seems a little sideboardy to me.
Royal Spyglass.
No.
No,
But I
There's-
need to know what my opponent's playing.
we're not running Poppy.
What are you gonna do with that information?
Yeah. I'd rather run Portal to Tartarus if we were going to do a zero-cost purple resource like that, but I don't even want to run that.
Or we can play useful cards.
Yeah.
Animoy also suggests Spider Surprise.
No, Animoy suggests Spoder Surprise, and I believe he's referring to Spooder Surprise.
Okay.
Spooder.
Ara, find me Spooder Supplies XD.
Supplies.
Yeah, that's
I can't talk.
4-rec. I don't know, because we have to have a stick in order to use this.
Instead, why don't we go with one of the best cards with
Hey, we got
faithful
nap
students?
cakes.
Yeah, Napcakes is great. Let's also run some Star Soul Research because that thing's OP.
Let's see.
And throw some misfires in there too, because we're gonna hate on combo with that for sure.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Oh, Napcakes, they're Pinkie Pie. Oh.
That's one way to shut down their combo. Oh, that's an important piece. It'd be a shame if I put it on top of your deck.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so we're at 47 of 45.
We do have
Okay.
a couple sideboard cards in here already, so what have we not really done much? Do we have any movement control in here?
How about a pair of TSUVs?
Sure. It's not technically antisocial, but it flips for 4, and that's pretty good.
You want to know what does flip for 4 and isn't a friend?
What's that?
Levitation meditation.
Wasn't he already hovering over that one?
He might have been.
So
Maybe.
is Levitation Meditation better than Frozen in Magicite?
It doesn't have the chaos, but
this
if
can
you
hit
play it in
2.
the main phase, you can hit 2, yeah.
You want a couple of those?
One
I
of
mean,
each.
I personally would.
We'll throw a couple of those in. All right. Anything else we need?
Yeah, we've got, hold on, let me count this here. 3, 5, 8, 9, 11, 14, 16, 19, 22, 25. 25 events. You'll find the legacy, yeah, in 2 of those.
Legacy Elite, you said?
Well,
Yeah.
now, okay, 53 cards. We're good. Let's get our
Yep.
deck.
No sideboard, just drop the deck down and go.
Seems good. I mean, we've got enough troublemakers. We could probably actually get away with that.
I mean, or we could probably trim it, but
I think we're still a little short on problems. Yeah, let's go. Look at our problems again here. I don't think we want Fire when ready here.
if we're running all these events, Spell Showdown.
I agree. I think that's a great inclusion.
All right. We got a pair of those. That's good, too, because it's an 8. It's pretty obnoxious. Do we want... I don't know. Should we throw some halfways in there? What else would we do? I don't think we want to run entrance. Do we?
No,
No.
I mean, we could, but I think halfway is probably going to be more useful as it's extra movement.
Yeah, and it shoves stuff away even if it's not. Yeah, that's just kind of good, isn't it?
Animoy says problems that let you flip more even if you can't confront. Yeah, those are useful.
I don't think we have any of those in purple, but we'd have to...
We're not confronting our problems. We've thrown that out the window a long time ago.
Well, yes, obviously. I'm just sitting here. So if we've got all these events now because we can't confront the problem, that's useless. No recipe research. Also, it's a 2 bonus U.
There's the purple-orange one, and there's the orange-blue one.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Definitely not the orange-blue one, but the purple-orange one is interesting.
I believe that one's just during Troublemaker face-offs.
Troublemaker face-offs here. Flip an additional card. Well, it is a 2 bonus, though. And And admittedly, this does work both offensively and defensively, so it's not bad, but that 2 bonus is a little ugly.
What about the orange-blue one? The one that when you start a face-off here, flip an additional card. Is that also 2 bonus? I think it is.
It's also,
That's a 1.
I think, lower rec.
No, it's an 8 for the opponent.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I
let you
remember
defend
that
it as
being-
easily though.
That's.
Well, we've only got 1 slot left. Do you want to throw one of those in there just for giggles?
Sure.
Sure. Why not? Okay.
I'm not sure if I like that one, but it'd be worth experimenting, I suppose.
Metacall maybe. I don't know. I don't like the 2 bonus here. Dilemma's. Alright, so let's see. We've got a minimum legal deck. Oh, look at this power histogram. Isn't this ugly?
Where?
Ugh.
That's fine.
Oh, it's delayed. Oh,
So,
wow.
okay, so we have 53 cards. Need to cut 3 things. Let's see the. Can we see the full list? Like with
Press enter,
pictures.
yeah.
We may have to cut some troublemakers here. We'll see. God, there's so many cards. Twilight could literally run an 80-card deck and be totally satisfied with it.
I'll let
Yes.
you know what. You go right ahead and do that, and make sure you quad sleeve them.
You know what? That might actually work. So hear me out, right? Out of all of the card types and like things that cards do, the 2 things that we have in overabundance right now are purple event tricks and troublemakers.
Yeah.
Twilight could very seriously run a 60 or 65 card deck if she didn't have any single card that she relied on.
I think that this deck still relies on stick.
It relies on stick, and part of that is because we've already got other cards in here that we haven't even considered. We have not considered running dramatic entrance, for example.
All
We
right.
also don't have same day delivery as far as purple staples go.
Well,
No, but we have a reason for that, and that's that same day delivery flips for 1 less than Star Swirl Research, and we don't have any other meticulous synergy.
Yeah, it doesn't. You just run Star Swirl.
yeah. Let's see here.
We've got 4 resource removal. Maybe that's not all required.
You
Maybe
wanna
we
get
can
rid of
drop
a
a...
hyper beam.
Yeah, let's get rid of a hyper beam. Because remember, every time we flip an event, we get to put that in our hand.
We have a large quantity of events here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, we got 3+ flips.
Man, this is tricky.
Do you really want 2 misfires, or can we go down to 1 on these? I suppose it's kind of a sideboard card, but
We can go down to 1 because we've got the Legacy Leashes as well, which are kind of doing double duty.
Although it's Legacy Leash's main phase, right? Yeah.
It is.
all right. So we're currently looking at a misfire and a hyper beam to cut. Do we need to go into the troublemakers here?
Yeah, maybe we cut.
Enemoy mentions that Napcakes is the worst flip in the deck.
Yeah, but it's also one of the best offensive events that we have.
Yeah, this is infuriating. Like, yes, it gets rid of the only 3 power thing, but still.
Just don't flip them.
That seems like bad advice.
Good advice.
Maybe
Just look at your top card and be like, I choose not to flip that.
maybe a Trixie. She's the highest, like the Grogar we're going to use to find whatever we need. Oh, if the Grogar we're using to find whatever we need, then maybe only 1 Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
I'd say it's between Trixie or Chrono Trigger personally.
You think we need 3 exposed equalities?
It's really efficient.
Yeah,
That's true.
is kind of good here. I'd say cut the Chrono Trigger, because like we don't really want that to happen, and it hurts us quite badly because the deck is half events. It's more than half events actually. I don't think we really want to be dropping one of these unless we need it, and then that means that we should keep Grogar at 3. So let's get rid of a Glimmer, a Hyper Beam, and a Misfire.
Yeah, that seems good.
All right, that'll bring us to 50 exactly.
Then, like, if you're not against aggro, you can probably side out Study Session. If you're not against control, you've got a few things you can side out. Animoy says, watch out for Living to Laugh combo. So, Living to Laugh combo,
Nap cakes.
We've got the nap cakes, which is important.
Do you just slap the Chrono Trigger down at that point and be like, you got 10 turns?
We also get the chance, probably, to Legacy Leech before the opponent does. It depends. We might not. But we've got Misfire, and that's pretty important, so... Yeah, Animoy says gotta banish their parachute before nap caking. That's correct. We do.
Well, fortunately, we've got quite a large amount of resource removal, and we can erase their... That's actually almost a reason to keep them Misfire, maybe, but that's kind of a meta call at the end of the day.
Unless you want to like try to fit in at least 1 or 2 Destiny drains.
I mean, I was thinking about that, but I think that's kind of going along the same lines. It's a bit of a meta call.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only other thing you could possibly consider, which, again, may be worth considering, is run a school shutdown.
Oh yeah, because this just does not care about that at all.
It actually loves it.
Yeah, maybe. I think that, yeah, meta and playstyle.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a good starting place.
Yeah, we got a few new cards in here. New Problem, Legacy Leech, Levitation Meditation, new Troublemaker. So, again, developments.
Yeah, the acceleration that this provides could be quite stupid.
Vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom indeed.
Yeah, it might actually be interesting to go try this again, except using an Ag Studies variant, because this is a lot of tokens.
Yeah, it is. I'll have to see.
All right, let me link that.
And then we'll just, talk about Twilight's boosted site.
No, not talking about that at all. Should probably go write that down somewhere.
It's in the doc.
Yeah, it's in there. We've known about it for...
Okay.
Yeah. I've been yelling into the void about it for a while.
Well, yell louder.
Twilight doesn't work.
I told you, no one reads it anyway.
Sorry.
They don't read the rules, they don't read cards, they just look at the pretty pictures.
Like pretty ponies.
Who does that? Who reads cards? Ew.
Alright, well, that covers our deck building and the conversation on Selena and the conversation on the top 4 of the online con. How about some announcements? Ara, what you got for us?
Well, I don't think it's really our announcement, but if you've been paying attention to basically social media recently, you'll hear that Babs has delayed themselves another year, I believe.
Yep.
Was rather subtle because I think they only gave the dates. So just the month and day, and you had to read it really closely to go, oh, that's in 2022, isn't it? Ugh. But no Babs in 2021, it looks like. So I think that means the next major con is Everfree.
Next major one we're going to be going to.
Or that we're going to try anyway.
I mean, that's the next major con that has said
Has
they're
any
going for it.
That
Yeah.
has any chance of happening.
Yeah,
Whether we're going to it or not, that's the only one I'm aware of.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of
updated.
looking like we're going to go for a repeat. So online con Babs weekend, and hopefully Continental's at Everfree, but we'll see.
We're hoping.
Developments will determine whether that happens or not, but that is currently the goal.
In more I don't know what word I'm looking for here.
Immediate.
Yeah, in more immediate news, how about a Pakoko? That's a Pauper Coco.
I like it. I signed up a week ago.
See, I'm pressing X to doubt here because I don't think the sign up was up a week ago. But that's right.
It was.
It actually
it?
was up a week ago.
7 days. All right, I guess I did post it on a Sunday.
I
So
may not have signed up exactly a week ago, but
yeah, and it will launch in just under a week. So
there's a lot of fun stuff in Papa right now. A lot. Like a lot.
yeah, and reminder, if you want to play in this, Ponyhead will help you build your list. It's got the Pauper mode. If you pull the thing that says base down and set that to Pauper, you don't get tempted by all them shiny cards, all those rares.
Shiny.
Fortunately, Selena Blue is a rare, so she doesn't matter.
I mean, rip.
Can't be tempted by that anyway. Let's see, I think that's about all the random stuff I've got.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps up our discussion on everything for today. So we would, of course, like to give a big shout out to all our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your regular continued support. If you aren't currently a patron, but you enjoy what we do, please consider donating. Doing so does enable us to continue making content like this and does let you earn some great perks as a bonus. It's also the only way that we actually get any funding for any of our activities or projects during this COVID time because, cons and...
What are conventions?
Yeah. If you have comments or questions that you'd like to send our way, do feel free to reach out to us through Facebook, Twitter, or email. If you're a patron, you can also chat live with us on Slack any day, anytime. Finally, if you're looking to watch any of our previous videos, including tournament recordings or upcoming fun things like, 4-player draft series.
Oh yeah, we did kind of forget to plug that, didn't we?
Spoilers.
No, it wasn't forgotten. It was intentionally left until the YouTube channel was mentioned.
Oh, aren't we clever? So yeah, keep an eye on our YouTube channel.
Which you will
Something a little
find-
different.
Yeah. You'll find the channel linked just below the stream here. And keep an eye on that one. It'll be fun. But with all that said, thank you to each and every one of our viewers, both here now and watching this recording later. We are, as always, Commentary is Magic. I am, as always, Grand Paws.
Big cheese.
Arcat and
Ivory Starlight.
We'll see you next time.
bye-bye.
Bye.